What a day in the life of a Golden Door roofing sales guy looks like. If you don't know that it's an insurance claim, don't tell them that it's an insurance claim. That's $300,000.
Yo!
What's up, what's up?
What's up, man?
Welcome to a place where I spend a little bit of time. Not a lot of time here. I'm gonna walk you through my Saturday morning. Well, pretty much, there's really no difference between Saturday and Monday or really any day of the week. It's sort of my typical morning routine. Obviously already ready to go. But the first thing I do, just make sure everything's nice and tidied up. You can tell, just everything is super simple, not a lot of distractions. Always kick off with some supplements. You can even see too, I know this sounds kind of crazy, but it's kind of a look into my refrigerator. I do factor meals, just everything's already pre-made. It gets shipped to me. It's all here. There's no thinking involved, with what I'm gonna eat at night. I don't really eat during the day. But at night, I've already got all my stuff pretty much drawn up for me. Super simple, just fruits and factor meals and protein shakes. I have one of these every morning, which is a cold brew protein shake. Again, there's no thinking involved. Time is everything. And the more time I spend at the doors and the less time I spend doing other things, the more money I'm gonna make. But I'm really big on supplements as well. So I do an Alpha Brain in the morning. My morning subs are creatine, Alpha Brain, a multivitamin. And then at night I take some magnesium to kind of help me sleep a little bit. I bring all my contracts that I signed. So these are all my contracts for 2025 so far. I like to visibly touch them. And I do this because at the end of the year, one of my favorite parts of the year, once the year starts to wrap up around Christmas time, is I send handwritten Christmas cards to all my clients, all my customers. So I like to go through and, think about those deals and think about the relationships and all that. And it's just nice and tangible, to see. I would probably knock that door anyways, but it's so much easier to, whenever you're making the introduction with the homeowner, to actually point something out that's wrong or that appears to be wrong, because people don't pay attention to their roofs, they're not dialed into it. They're not a roofer, and people have to understand, sales guys have to understand that. Most people don't know what the age of their roof is. Most people don't know anything about it. And they're just going to assume that it's fine because the roof's not leaking. But we don't really get rain in Arizona, so roof leaks out here are rare, really rare. And the reality of it is a leaky roof or leaking has nothing to do with the health of the roof. It just doesn't. You could have an absolute roof that's unserviceable and still not leak. That's totally possible. And people always associate the health of their roof by whether or not it leaks. And that's not a thing. So here there's something wrong with it. And really what we want to do out of the gate is just kind of sell that inspection, you just want to sell the inspection. That's it. Get up there and see what's going on, and then just give them an honest assessment of the situation. So what their solutions are, right? So again, approaching this from a problem solving standpoint is always going to yield better results than just going up there and talking to this homeowner about insurance. That's insane. For me to go up right now and talk to this homeowner and be like, hey, your insurance might cover this roof, and they're going to be looking at me what are you talking about? What are you even talking about right now? Because I don't even know if it's claim worthy or not quite yet. It might be a repair, but that's an old roof. That's definitely an old roof. So
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Who's the Nebraska fan? Beat Iowa at Big Tens this year. Pretty big deal.
and wrestling. Look, I wanted to drop my cart off, and I just want to show you something right here on the roof, and I will be on my way.
Okay.
I'm not here to hold you up. I'm a roofing contractor here in Sun City.
My roof is okay.
Well, that's what I was going to show this gentleman here. I was going to bring something to his attention, and I was going to hand him my card so you had my information.
And then
You see that upper laminate right there? Like if you look just 12 o'clock straight ahead.
Okay.
You see that piece that's flipped up?
Well, my eyes aren't that good, but are we talking about where that vent cap is?
No. It's below that. It's right in the
Okay.
middle of the roof.
Okay.
You see that tab that's flipped up right there?
Okay.
Yeah.
I see a dark spot here.
Exactly.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
It's about 2.5 feet in.
Yeah.
South.
It's just right there,
Yeah.
straight ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I
Flipped over, right?
I don't. Just to be clear, I'm a partner with Showa here in the community. They're the homeowners association out here.
I
So
apologize. This is
hey, no worries. I get it. I'm not here to.
95.
Yeah, I'm not here to stir anything
No,
up.
you're not. That's cool.
My recommendation, I don't get on roofs. Out here, I do drones.
That's neat.
Well, yeah, and also, it's not invasive. It's just pictures. We do a full assessment, bring it to your attention, and then give you our recommendations. Whether you work with us or not, at least you'll have that data. But this is like, if there's more of that around this roofing system, there could be some more problems with it. I always look at like 3 things, when I'm at the door. Objections, which are great. You want objections. You want people to give you objections. Like, you want that desperately, because objections are good. They're really good. Because it shows that they're somewhat like interested in engaging in some sort of dialogue, right? Objections are good. And then conditions. These are things that I call conditions, and these are things that are like totally out of your control, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? Like, let's say someone doesn't have insurance, right? That's a condition. Let's say someone's like brother is their roofer. That's a condition, right? Good morning. It's nice to finally meet you. My name's Tanner. I'm the owner of Hailco. I'm working with your neighbor right now.
Yeah,
And have any of my guys come by and spoken with you?
yeah. We've dealt with Jay, and we canceled our.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I'm gonna get out of the sun. Things were moving so slowly, and they were predicting rain, and we had some shingles off, and so we just had a handyman come in and replace the shingles.
Okay. So, which you should, we want to make sure it doesn't leak.
Right.
But even though you've done those repairs, doesn't void the claim. Does that make sense? So it takes, sometimes with the carriers, it does take some time. But just because you conducted the repairs doesn't mean that it voids the process. Does that make sense? But if it makes you feel more comfortable, I'm happy to serve as a point of contact for you. As the owner, I'm happy to do that. So it looked like we signed that deal up, and then they canceled. So we got to figure out like why that happened. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna try to sit down and save that deal. It's a good deal. Okay. Well, I'll fly my drone up. Let's check it out. We can fly it. Is there like a little place kind of out of the sun where I can show you what I'm finding?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna grab my drone.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Bridget. Yeah, it's really small, but it works great. Oh, Miss Bridget, there's a lot more going on up there than just that tile.
Updated.
Yeah, but the tiles flew off and broke. That's not normal. That is not normal. You see where like a lot of these pieces have broken off? See that breakage right there? Now look at that. This is that area that you were looking at. And you see that nail right there?
What is a nail?
Right
That
there?
one?
Yeah. It pulled through, so that's 100% from wind. So that underlayment is the only thing that's keeping the water out of the house. The tiles, yeah, there's damage to the tiles, but now there's been damage to the underlayment. That's a problem. The good news is that it's entirely possible that
because this resulted from wind. That's not age. That didn't happen because the roof was old. And if I'm successful, then you're going to get an entirely new roof for your deductible. If I'm not successful, well, you're in the same position you're in right now, which is where you're at right now. So I would be comfortable taking it up with Allstate. That's going to be really interesting to see like what comes of that. That's a huge claim. That's a really big claim. That claim is massive, bro. And it's Allstate, so it's going to be, it's all about separating yourself from other people that go to the door. Like, other people hit those, other door-to-door salesmen hit those roofs, right? Like, they go to those kind of roofs, those older 3-tabs, all the time. So how am I going to separate myself from those other guys? Those other guys are going to the door and just spewing insurance. Like, this is an insurance claim. This is an insurance claim. This is an insurance claim. Bro, not every roof is an insurance claim. It's just not. Like, some people are aware that it's the cost of homeownership, that you have to replace your roof, right? Whether you go through insurance or you pay out of pocket, like, insurance is not the only way to replace a roof. It's just not. Like, people pay for it. They will pay out of their own pocket to replace their roof, right? And she knows she needs to get her roof replaced. There's no storm damage up there. So, and she's like very hesitant about insurance anyway. She's like, she doesn't want to go through her insurance company. Okay? Why would I fight that? Why would I try to convince her to file an insurance claim? I don't need to do that. She already knows that she needs to get it replaced, and she's expecting to pay out of pocket for that. Cool. Why hasn't she gone with anybody right now? Because everybody that she talks to has been a nightmare. You know, they're not professional. They don't listen. Like, she named all the reasons why she hasn't chosen a roofer yet. And I didn't do those things. I did everything the exact opposite. And she was impressed with that. And now she wants a bid. That door-to-door guys need to be made aware of is that some people have had, in fact, there's a lot of people who have had bad experiences with contractors in general. So when they meet another contractor, especially someone that comes to their door, they're going to have some reservations. Their guard is going to be up, right? And the way to get that guard down is by one, just being yourself. Be authentic to yourself. Don't spew a bunch of bullshit that you don't know to be true. If you don't know that it's an insurance claim, don't tell them that it's an insurance claim. Yeah, so right now I am, I'm one of my guys, Benny. He has an appointment, and I actually accidentally kind of ran into this homeowner. So yeah, I'm just here to help him kind of seal the deal up. Really, that's what we're doing today. So we're gonna go in, and I'll ask and see if he's good with it. Yeah, man. I mean, we'll take it from there. Thank you, sir. Hello, ma'am. How old is that roof, sir?
I've only owned it for 5 years, so I don't know.
Okay. So that's the only one that we're going to recommend that we go through insurance right now on.
Okay.
What questions do you have for me about that?
How does that work? I guess, how does that all work? I don't know.
Sure. So first thing that we do is what we did, right? Where we go out, we do an investigation, and we make a determination, is this like something that we should just repair, or is this something that qualifies as like a total roof replacement? Because it only makes sense to file a claim on a roof if it's going to be a total replacement, right? So that's what we've determined, is that the one off of Salem with Allstate would qualify for a full replacement. Now that's going to require me to do quite a bit of work with Allstate. Like, we're going to handle that entire process on your behalf. But you know, we're going to put in that work in good faith,
Right.
on a contingency basis. So if we're successful in getting the whole roof approved, then we'll be your contractor of choice to perform the work.
Right.
for your deductible. So the only hard cost that you're going to incur in that process is your deductible, which is $1,000.
But at our end.
Yeah, the way I'm reading this is that it's 100% coverage.
Okay.
Yeah, it would say, if it wasn't, it would say something like actual cash value, or it would say a roof services endorsement, which you don't have those endorsements. It looks like it's a replacement cost coverage, which is 100% of 100% minus the deductible.
I'll back out here.
Yes, sir. I'll leave all my stuff here if you don't mind.
Okay. Will do.
All right. But yeah, I mean, this roof is clean as a whistle, dude. There's like literally nothing wrong with it at all. Check the layers on it. I mean, it looks like it was done sometime within the last. I mean, see that drip edge? See how clean that drip edge is? Yeah, bro. I mean, this roof is clean. Like, yeah, it really does, man. But it's fine. It's great. But yeah, I appreciate your time today. Keep me posted on what you want to do here, and then we'll get it squared off, and take it to the bank.
Okay.
Yeah, man, you just gotta shoot them straight. But you know, you earn a lot of future business like that. Because dude, this roof's gonna get hit. Like, it's only a matter of time.
Right.
And that's the thing why I always say, like, don't go to the door spewing shit about insurance, and don't push it.
Right.
Because people, like, you know, Ron's a discerning guy. Ron's not he's a discerning homeowner. I mean, he's gonna look at someone that does that, and like he's gonna be like, I don't trust you. But if it's a house, like I signed a roof down there that's 20 squares. You think I'm gonna let someone tell me not to sign it? Crazy, bro.
It's coming in.
Yeah, dude, are you kidding me? Yeah, of course I'm gonna sign that. 20 squares. Fuck out of here, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna sign it. We're the sales guys. Okay? We're commission only. Okay? They're not. We eat what we kill.
Right.
So if I come across a 20 square roof and it has damage on it and it's claim worthy, then I'm filing it. No one's gonna tell me not to do that. And no one should tell you not to do it either.
Right. What does it matter?
Yeah, I eat what I kill, right? I'm gonna sign that 20 square roof, and I'm gonna do 3 more roofs on this street, right? Because I'm gonna do a good job, and then he's gonna tell everybody. But 600 squares, bro. I mean, let's just say that 600. Let's say you sign 30 of those homes. That's $300,000. I mean, no, it's like that's $300,000 in like gross revenue. So like, you look at the net on something like that. That's probably, I don't know, $75,000 to $100,000 maybe. I mean, dude, that's a lot of money.
Right.
Turn and burn in there, bro. That wraps up today. That's what a day in the life of a Golden Door roofing sales guy looks like. Yeah, I mean, today was great. Like, it's all about lead generation, conversations with homeowners, problem solving. Like, I never go out and think about deals. I go out and think about leads. How many leads can I generate? How many leads can I generate today? Work the leads right, put them in the CRM, do what you say you're gonna do, follow up. I mean, so that's a great day, man. I mean, 2 good quality leads. Hey, man, take that all day long, and just be patient, but be consistent. Patience and consistency, calm, cool, collected. Not talking about insurance before it's time to talk about insurance. That's a big one, really big takeaway for today. Yeah, look, with our company and the way that we're structured, we're really structured in a way where the sales guy gets to focus on what they're the best at, which is sales and meeting homeowners, generating leads, building relationships with customers. That's how our company is structured. So all the insurance and the back end and all that mess, that all gets handled. The build, that all gets handled. We're about providing a good customer experience and putting our sales guys in a position to do that. So if you want to get trained by me personally, click the link in the description and let's chat.